Hi everyone, so here we are on the last bit of the dresser. All I did in between videos was just starting to assemble everything. So we have our painted knobs already assembled and drawers in. I think it came out really good considering the outdated brown wood that it was. So what I wanted to show you on this was, hold on, I have a car passing. When you go to put your knobs in, you can get paint in the holes, which will make these super snug. So, when you go to push it in, you're going to have to push down on it, which is fine. Line up the holes real quick. And it's just that really just that easy. And another thing I wanted to show you is when we went to spray paint, you can cover the ends of these with painter's tape so you don't have to dig out the paint out of it for when you use your screwdriver to go ahead and tighten your knobs. And this part of the screw was in the back of the knobs when we painted, which is great because now you don't have paint all over your threads. And you want to do that, that way you won't have paint all over the threads of the inside, because right here is where the screws are going to come in from the bottom of the dresser. So you don't want paint inside these threads, and you don't want paint on those threads either. Now, if you don't cover this with painter's tape, the end of this, then you can go ahead and just dig it out, flake it off like I did, and then that way you can get a screwdriver in there pretty easily. So, let's go ahead and put these on from the hole. Flip this over so everyone can see. I'm just going to hand tighten them for now. Pretty easily. There we go. They're just hand tightened, and I'm going to come back later with a screwdriver and go ahead and tighten them up for good. So, all we have to do is just line it up. It's really hard to hold a video while doing this. Sorry, guys. So, we're lining it up to the inside of the dresser now. So, you need to make sure that's not lined up perfectly, but you need to make sure that you don't mess up that inside line part. Like I said, these are cheap resale store, thrift store dressers. So that is a major thing to make sure that that is there and that is in good shape. So there we go. Completely done. No sanding involved. But if you feel like you need to sand, hey, and you don't want to buy a sander, you can go ahead and just hand sand a few imperfections. Now, we do have a few imperfections on this dresser, but like I said before, it's going to a 6-year-old. It's completely updated. Good to go. Now, another thing I wanted to tell you that I didn't tell you before, when we were talking about the clearance Lowe's paint. Now, like I said, I don't know other hardware stores do it or not. They will give you a paint stick. Absolutely free, with even the clearance paint that you pay a quarter of the price for. So, always get a paint stick. I use paint sticks for everything. Stir up that paint really good. And you get good coverage. Once your dresser is together, you can always just do some little touch-up things and it will be fine. And there we go. There is our thrift store. Less than, well, I guess right at $50 for everything involved. Still have paint left over for more projects. I still have spray paint left over for more projects. And dresser is complete. And I hope it holds up to a 6-year-old. She's pretty rambunctious. So I think that it will be fine. It matches. Oh, and I wanted to let you know something else. So even if you get this clearance paint from Lowe's, and it's, man, I'm doing everything in bright white. And this turns out, like our situation, this turned out to be a vanilla. Okay? That's fine. Because the floor of where this dresser is going is a dark walnut. So this vanilla in a ladybug bedroom is actually going to tie together. And bright white, it's not going to show up every little fingerprint like bright white would. So the vanilla is great. You'll be surprised where you can actually use some mist-tinted paint at. And like I said, we have a few imperfections, but it turned out really, really good. It's updated, and it's going to look super cute. So this is the end of our dresser, and I hope that I kind of shared a little information with you. This is a super beginner project. Anyone can do it. Like I said, a little ventilation. And if you want to sand, you can sand. If you don't, you don't have to. And you can update furniture you found at garage sales or thrift stores with next to nothing. I'm part of marketplace type social media, and I'm seeing things like this go for $200 or more. We actually did it. My grandkids actually helped. So we made some memories, and really that's what it's about. Redoing stuff, enjoying time outside, enjoying yourself, and enjoying time with the kids, the grandkids. This is going to go in her room, and she's going to be able to say, I helped with that, and she's going to remember that. And that's really what all this is about. So tune into our next project. I don't know what it's going to be yet. It's all according to what I come across. Okay, thanks, guys.